Hey, VCs. Today we are having that conversation again. Another serious conversation. You guys are probably like, Chris, we're tired of these serious conversations, but we do love them because we keep it real here. So, today we're talking about the real, the uncomfortable, and sometimes the poisonous truth about life, relationships, and growth. And today's topic is something that most people experience. No, everybody has experiences. And if you haven't experienced this, then you must be living under a rock because everybody has gone through this fucking situation. And I don't care what no one says. If you're trying to be nice, stop lying to yourself. Cut it out. Stop lying to yourself. You know you've gone through this. You're probably afraid to admit it. It probably still hurts because it's probably still recent, but everyone has gone through this. But it's a part of growth and it's a part of life. And sometimes, these things happen. So, as always, we're talking about that conversation no one wants to have, but everyone is thinking about. We are talking about seasonal friendships today. Not every friendship is made to last forever, and that's okay. And, sometimes I say, there are friends that, or people that become friends, or acquaintances that become like friends, but they're just really still acquaintances, and they're meant to have a purpose in your life or for some type of reason. There's a reason behind everything. And that is not the conversation we're having. We're talking about a whole other agenda of friendship. Seasonal friendship is something that a person does with intention or with malice or with some assumption that they're going to get something out of this friendship, or they're only creating this friendship for some particular reason or something they want or something they want to do. So that is what we're talking about. We're not talking about the people that come into our lives for a short period of time, befriend us, and then disappear. It happens. People grow apart, people grow in distance, people move away. Things happen. But that's not a seasonal friendship. A seasonal friendship is a person that creates a friendship either to get something out of the person that they're befriending, whether it's malicious, whether it's career oriented. Why am I tongue tied today? I'm always tongue tied. What am I talking about? Um, Career oriented, or because they're jealous of the person and they want to give them bad advice, whatever fucking reason it is. There's always some reason about it. Some people come into your life for a season, but not for a lifetime. And that's not that. You know, they show up in your path. Um, oh my God. I'm like sitting here thinking about something else. I'm trying to have this conversation with you and something else is coming into my head. I don't know why. But, like I was saying, some people come into your life for a season and sometimes it's not for a lifetime. They show up in your path and your paths align. Maybe it's because you're in the same environment, you're going through similar struggles, partying in the same circles, building the same things, or surviving some type of storm. But seasons do change. And when your life starts shifting, sometimes those friendships don't grow with you. And that's okay. That doesn't always make people bad. It just means their chapter in your life has served its purpose. The problem happens. Here we're going back to what I said in the beginning, beasties. The problem happens when people try to force seasonal relationships to be permanent, and then resentment starts. So then there are also seasonal friendships that are built on what you can provide. And those are the ones that are usually forced. It's not usually the ones that you grow apart. That's rare. Um Unless you're a real narcissist. I don't BCs, get back to me on that one. Have you ever had a person try to force a season? I must be hungry. Um, a seasonal relationship to become a permanent one? Hit me up. Let me know. But the friendships that are built on what you can provide for that person, not who you are, but what you can do. Maybe it's your connections, your platform, your resources, your loyalty, your emotional support, your finances, your time, or even just your fucking energy. Because, like I told you before, BCs, your energy is fucking gold. Fuck gold. It is fucking platinum. Your energy is a fucking diamond, a platinum ass diamond with gold, and it's something you need to protect at all costs. Giving your time, your energy, whether it is a friendship, a relationship, work, or creativity, or artwork, or something, it is a value and it is your treasure, your property. That's something you need to protect. So, that's why I said even your energy, because there's people out here that would feed off of your energy to pull themselves up or to benefit themselves and push you down because they're taking away what's yours. And everything always feels good as long as you keep giving them what they want. You heard me, BCs. You heard that, right? Everything seems good as long as you keep giving them what they want. So that moment happens. You know, that moment you start to pull back or stop overexerting yourself, or suddenly things change or the red flags appear finally. You start paying attention, those red flags. We had those conversation pieces. Pay attention to those red flags. Pay attention to those red flags. So, the relationship that wasn't built on mutual growth, but built on access, and access is not the same thing as friendship. They're not two in the same these days. Access is access, friendship is friendship. Okay. Remember, there's those seasonal friendships that you have that were mutual and it came together and you outgrew each other or they moved away or, they served their purpose. And then there's these guys that we're talking about, these energy vampires, these fake people. Let's go back to another episode. Hey, where I talk about those snake oil salesmen, those guys. They do it with befriending. So access is not friendship. And fortunately, as human beings that drive off of social connections or some type of social connection or spiritual connection or emotional connection, some whatever type of connection it is, we have a tendency when we really are not leveled or balanced or in the right state of mind or just haven't gained that knowledge or wisdom yet, confuse that access as friendship. So we're going to rewind back, BCs. Um, the moment you pull back, set boundaries, or stop overextending yourself, suddenly things change. Why? Because that relationship wasn't built on a mutual growth. It was built on access, and access is not the same as friendship. So, come on, beasties. Think about it. Pay attention to everything. Look for those red flags. They could be right in your fucking face and you're not realizing it. And I'm not going to say this has never happened to me. It's happened to me plenty of times because we try to see the good in people, or we are going through something and we think people are actually genuine and they're not. And you would think I would know better and I've learned my lesson, but sometimes some slip through the cracks. It happens. It's life. But as soon as I notice this, I nip that shit in the bud, bro. Like, it is over. Once I start seeing those red flags, or I catch something, or I pick up something, or I sense an energy shift, or I catch any little thing, or I get a little whisper in my ear, or I have a certain dream, trust me, you're cut off. I'm cutting you. I am neutering you. I am cutting it all off. It's over. I want nothing to do with you. You no longer have access to me. We could do this mutually. We could do this professionally. If I see you, I'll say hi, keep it for professional, keep it moving. Hey, how are you? Whatever. Or you could get the villain side and I could walk into a room, walk by right by you and act like you don't exist. If I do it to my own family, what makes you think I'm not gonna do it to somebody else? I will not give the time of day to anyone that has pulled this fucking card on me. Why? Because my access is my diamond. My energy is my life. It is everything I am, and I'm not gonna take someone's bullshit, but I'm not gonna also allow someone to take what does not belong to them. And I'll tell you this, beasties, fuck with me, you deal with my ancestors later. That's how I see it too. Okay. So going back to this whole thing, you know, it is a hard truth to believe that there's people in society that intentionally do this. We like I says, we're creatures that thrive off of some type of social relationship, whether it's through a computer, whether it's through gaming, whether it's personal. We thrive off of social connections. And, it's hard to believe that there's not as many genuine people in the world that we think. And it's one of the hardest truth about growth. It's realizing that not everyone understands you, your evolution, your intelligence, your values, your opinion, even though they may be pretending to say that they do, or they're just like trying to stay relevant and not lose you because they don't want to lose their access, and when you start changing or healing or setting boundaries or elevating your mindset or protecting your peace, they don't recognize it. Some people don't recognize it, and they don't recognize the new version of you, especially when you're cutting them off of their source. You no longer tolerate their bullshit. You no longer hee. You don't no longer let them get away with fucking little things that you've always considered disrespectful, and you just let it slide because you thought that was a friend. That one that tolerated more, that one that overgave, that one that stayed quiet when you should have fucking opened your mouth and fucking let them have it. That one that stayed small and all those things. But remember, growth requires transformation. And sometimes that transformation means you outgrow certain dynamics. It could be relationships, it could be marriages, it could be family bonds, it could be a career, it could be anything. But it also happens when there is a seasonal friendship that is forced, or a seasonal friendship that was for profit to themselves in some way. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you think you're better than them or anything is of that extent, but it's because you're becoming a different version of yourself, especially after healing. You are not that same person that you were last week. A person makes growth every day in their life, and I'm telling you this because I've been through it. I've made so much growth in the past 15 years. It is insane the growth. There's times that like I'll analyze something or pay attention to something or something clicks in my head or I could be going through a situation in that moment and I'm thinking in my head, "Oh my god, is this was the old me, I would have jumped across this table and punched this bitch in the face." And I'm just sitting here quietly. Or someone makes a comment and I just sit there and muro, como si nada, calladita, como si nada, and going through my head, "Oh my god, I woulda punched this bitch in the throat. Oh my god, I woulda slapped the shit out of this person. Oh my god, I woulda cursed everyone the fuck out." And now I just sit there quietly with a pretty little face, como si nada, you know, or I'm probably sitting there and my subtitles are going in my face because my face says what my head is thinking, especially when someone's saying something really, really stupid to me. So, I may think I'm sitting pretty, but I'm probably giving subtitles of what my brain is thinking. So never go by my word. Ask my husband, he knows better. Um, he has to remind me sometimes or certain best friends and certain besties have to remind me, "Fix your face." "What am I doing? I'm not doing anything." "Chris, fix your face." "I'm just here smiling." "No, Chris, you look like you're gonna smack the shit out of them. You're not smiling." "Chris, fix your face." "You're giving subtitles, Chris." Yeah. When I think I'm just there like this, no, I'm actually giving subtitles and I don't realize it. But that growth happens. And when you realize that growth happens, give yourself a pat in the back. Buy yourself something. Spoil yourself. You deserve it because you've grown, especially if you've grown from trauma. Especially if you made it to the next step of your healing process. Be proud of yourself. You've come a long way and you still probably have a long way to go, but it's the first step or the next or the second or third. I don't know where you guys are in your journey, but it's the step moving yourself to be the better version of yourself. And, some people don't understand this and they get angry because I used to be one of those person. I used to, and sometimes I still do. I get caught in my emotions. I'm a fucking Leo. What do you want? I'm a Leo. I get emotional. I get angry emotional, especially when someone fucks with my loyalty. That's one thing you don't do. You don't lie to me in my face because I am a fucking human lie detector. And you don't fuck with my loyalty. If I'm giving you my loyalty, that is like giving you my fucking heart, my soul, my everything. I do not play games with loyalty. And if I gave you my loyalty and I brought you into my circle and even closer to my family circle, like you become a part of my fucking family, and then you fuck with it, I'm gonna be in my feelings. I'm sorry. I have a moment and then I realize it because I sit back and I was like, wait, I've grown. I'm better than that. I should know better, and I let it go, and I just fucking let it go. I'm not trying to get, like, all else on you with this shit, but letting go things without hate is actually very easy, especially when you're in your healing process. You have to let go of certain things and things that is gonna make you better. Because by having like, it's okay to have that fucking 5-minute venting spree. We all fucking need it. We all need to have a cry. We all need to say fuck sometimes or go fuck yourself or we need however you wanna express yourself. Fuck is always my go-to word. No offense to anybody, but that is my word. But it's you have to have we're human. We're human. We're allowed to sit in our emotions, but we shouldn't hold on to it. We have our moment, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a fucking whole day of ranting or drinking, whatever. The next day, fucking keep it moving. Just brush it off and keep it moving, because when you hold on to that hate or that anger or that rage or that toxic energy that was given to you because you were deceived or decepted or someone did something malicious or did something hurtful or said something, it is going to eat you up inside, beasties. It is going to throw you off your game. It's going to fuck with you in so many ways. So trust me, you gotta let it go. And if you have to fucking sing Let It Go, throw on that fucking anthem and start singing Let It Go. We all love that Disney song, so let's do it. Get in your Elsa mode. Fucking freeze things, get in your Elsa mode, let it go, and pa la mierda. Like, bro, just fucking let it go. Ahí. Tira eso ahí, bro. And it's just doing best for you, because at the end of the day, you cannot be a better version of yourself if you're not taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. If you're not setting boundaries, if you are not blocking the access from people that shouldn't be in your life, especially when they come with ill intentions or they come to profit off of your energy, your time, your talent, your creativity, your connections, your money, whatever it is. It's something that you need to protect, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of nobody else, whether it's your husband or your children or your wife or your family or your parents. You cannot take care of anyone else you love that you're taking care of and you're there for if you're not taking care of you. Because if you're not good, they're not going to be good. If you're not okay, they're not going to be okay. And outgrowing people doesn't always need to end up in drama. You can nip shit in the bud by just walking away. Trust me, it's the fucking hardest thing in the world. I'm telling you, BCs, I know. I fucking know. I'm telling you, you just want to pop off. Trust me, uh, I have patted myself in the back since 2025, especially since September of 2025. I've been put in situations that I'm pretty sure 25-year-old me, 19-year-old me, 21-year-old me, 20 my 20-year-old me would have been like, "Bitch, that's not me. We don't become that person. Nah, bitch, you fucked them up. You punched that bitch in the throat. You didn't let bro speak to you like that." You know, old me wouldn't believe the woman she has become today. She wouldn't have believed that she has healed the way she has healed. Old me wouldn't think I would be married with a family and successful in my career and doing the things that I am doing today. Why? Because I was holding on to so much anger and rage, not just because of what was done to me, but because I felt alone and I felt like the world was against me. And I had so many people in my life that I thought were my real friends, and they weren't. I had family in my life that I thought actually loved me and cared about me, and they didn't. They were nowhere to be found. Some of them actually said very hurtful things about me, and I have flipped out about it. And like I says, I know it's not easy, but you can outgrow people and end relationships, and even in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, y'all could break up and keep it fucking moving. There's no reason for fucking drama. Y'all could have a divorce and have a peaceful divorce. This fucking nitpicking shit and da 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 da. It's unnecessary bullshit. I know plenty of people, and I've worked in matrimony law as a paralegal, and I've seen plenty of divorces end without any drama. No baby mama drama, no daddy drama, no drama whatsoever. They ended their marriage because they came to terms or they just whatever fucking reasons, whether that person did cheated, whatever fucking reasons. I've seen a woman who was cheated on multiple times divorce her husband, got what she needed to get, and kept it fucking moving. I've seen men do it too. I've seen family do perfect co-parenting contracts with no issues. I've seen parents do non-contracts, like physical contracts, with no issue. This whole drama shit, y'all very fucking childish. There is no need for it. There's no need for drag babies. In one courthouse I fucking hate walking into is family court. I rather sit through a fucking murder case than sit through a family court trial. It is the most ugliest place to be. And I believe no child should be dragged through that shit. And if you are dragging your kids through that shit and using them as a fucking pawn in some way, in some form, then you shouldn't be a parent and you really don't care about those kids because no child should see their parents or his parents or her parents go through unnecessary fucking drama. It's traumatizing. Grow the fuck up. Get out of your fucking feelings. Let it fucking go. Let that person go on with their lives just like you're going to go on with yours and just make sure that parent gets to be there in their child's life when they need to just the same way you need to be there as well. There is no reason for unnecessary bullshit. But let me get back on topic. I'm sorry. I get sensitive with that shit because I've seen fucked up shit for no reasons, especially for a lot of good fathers. Okay, there's a lot of good men out there that are great fathers, and there's fucking conniving, immature fucking women that have nothing better. I can't even call them women because they're acting so fucking childish because they're in their feelings or they just want to get back at a person. You don't fucking do that, and you do not use a child as a pawn. So, yes, get over it, keep it moving. Go your way, he goes his way. Y'all meet in the middle. Because at the end of the day, your main concern should be giving what's best for that baby, not for your fucking feelings and because you're hurt or in your feelings and so on and so forth. It's what's best for that baby. And what's best for that baby is being that parent being in their life, getting what they need. And child support is not for you. Child support is for the children. It is simply clothing, medical, and food. Not to get your nails done, not to pay your rent, not to go on shopping sprees, not to pop bottles in the club, not to go on a girls trip. Child support is just for the child, and child support only consists of food, clothing, and medical. That is it. You're asking for extra shit? Stop it. Stop it, because the moment that man or that woman gets a lawyer involved, you're fucked, especially when it's a retained lawyer because they're going to make sure that their clients' rights are not violated. And that petty shit and drama shit or using the courts as a fucking weapon or tool to harass or to get back at a person, it's fucking childish. So get over it. People outgrow people. It's natural. It's a part of nature. It's the natural process. And you can outgrow a person and have no drama. You keep it moving. You see them? Hey, what up? You don't want to talk to them? You don't gotta fucking talk to them. I've walked into family fucking parties, said hi to everybody, and the person that I don't fucking fuck with is right next to them and say what up to everybody and keep it moving. That's it. That's it. We're gonna do a Mauricia right here. That's it. You keep it fucking moving. You don't have to give them their time and energy, just like they don't have to give you their time and energy. Don't be in your fucking feelings. And don't come with some delusional shit saying, "Oh, they're miserable, this" no, motherfucker, they grew, they got over that bullshit, and they kept it moving. They're not miserable because they're not talking to you for whatever the fuck you did or whatever fucking happened. I don't know the story, but we'll just put it that way. And they chose not to talk to you. It's not because they're miserable. It's not because they're hating on you. It's not because they're in their feelings. It's because they close access to you. They outgrew you. And to avoid the drama, just cut you out. That's it. And they don't have to speak to you. They're not required to speak to you. Whether you're family by marriage, family by blood, a friend, a cousin, whatever it is, they don't have to talk to you. So, outgrowing a person and outgrowing a relationship, whatever it is, doesn't need to end in drama. And that simple distance works wonders. If you have to distance yourself, fucking do it. Like I said, BCs, your peace, your energy, everything is your treasure. And if it has to end in silence, I just told you, you don't gotta fucking talk to him. Keep it fucking moving. Keep it moving. You don't need to talk to him. You don't need to waste your voice on it. No. And sometimes just accepting that version of that relationship that once existed is also a big key. And it no longer fits into the person you've become, into the evolution you've become. You've evolved into someone better, a better version of yourself, a healed version of yourself. And that's not betrayal because you really don't owe anyone anything. I'll say it again. You do not owe a motherfucker anything. The only person you owe at the end of the day is you. And like I said before, it's a fucking evolution. You have evolved with your growth. You have evolved with your healing. So that's all it is. And if they're in their feelings, don't let them bait you, bro. Trust me, that's how you know you've grown because these motherfuckers are going to try to bait you because the only miserable ones are usually dumb, especially when they lost access to you. And especially if they were using you for your connections, using you for your financial, using you for your energy, using you for your talent. Basically, if they were using you, they're going to be in their feelings because they lost their golden egg. It's gone. They don't got the golden egg anymore. So if you're realizing now that certain friendships feel different lately, ask yourself this. Come on, BCs, really sit down and ask yourself, was this friendship meant for a season? Or was this friendship a forced friendship? Or was this friendship just for access to me, my energy, or something of mine's? Or was this friendship meant for a lifetime? Because friendships are not always going to see eye to eye. No relationship is perfect, whether it's a friendship, a marriage, a boyfriend and girlfriend. No fucking relationship is perfect. No relationship for whatever couple says that they don't fucking fight or whatever friends say that they don't have a moment that they don't see eye to eye, they're fucking lying. People hit bumps in the road all the time. It's a part of life. It happens. Okay? So, with that being said, ask yourself those questions. And remember, not everyone is meant to walk in every chapter of your journey with you. Sometimes they're there for one chapter and they go away for a couple of chapters, but then they come back. Or sometimes they were there for a short period of time, and then they're just gone forever. And then you have the ones that you have to be careful with, beasties, the red flags, the ones that are there to profit off of you or there to use you for whatever you can give to them. So, beasties, some people were just meant to help write one part of your story, and that's okay. And like I said before, beasties, you have to put yourself first. You have to make sure you're good before you make sure anyone else is good. And with all that being said, beasties, it's time to go. So remember, this is where we keep it honest. And even when the truth stings a little bit, it's okay to have those conversations. There's nothing wrong with it. You can see eye to eye with people that you don't share the same beliefs with. You can see eye to eye with people and have serious conversations you don't have the same opinion with. And the drama that's brought into the world are brought for malicious reasons to keep people apart when we're actually supposed to be together. So until next time, BCs, protect your peace, respect your growth, and never apologize for evolving. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, beasties. So until next time, my beasties, I will see you soon. And maybe we'll have a more fun topic. Who knows?